a story to tell about Barry. I had not met him, and I did Grease up in Sacramento or something. And so you got the script, and the script was the tiniest script I'd ever seen. It was just nothing to it. But we had one of the actors in it had done Grease on Broadway, so he knew, he had the sort of the download. And what I realized is that the reason it was a full-length play was because of Barry. Barry came up with all of that business, all of that, sort of that creeping hand in the movie and all this. I mean, that was all Barry. Business. It was his invention. And it wasn't included. It's not included in the script. So God help you if you go to do the musical and you don't know what Barry Bostwick did. And finally, many years later, I got to work with Barry and, fawn over him and tell him what a fan I was of his. Yeah. But just the invention of that he has the capacity to do as an actor is thrilling.
He's so good. Fred, you acted with him on 2 of the viral vignettes. You want to? Yeah, on one of the viral vignettes.
Yeah.
Fred, you want to tell us about working with Barry?
Well, first of all, some people don't know. I mean, I first knew him, from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yep.
He's had an extremely long, distinguished Broadway career, way before that. Mm-hmm. Way before, and sings unbelievable. I mean, that guy I could get by. That guy can really sing. I mean, really sing. In addition to being a wonderful actor. Yeah, we had a blast doing it. It was great fun. I had never worked with him before or met him, so that was certainly a treat. And found very pleasurable. And you gave us enough rope to
hang yourselves.
To hang ourselves. And it was I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it so happened that some of you might not have seen this viral vignette. It was about a guy played by Barry who has investments, and I play the guy who's his investment advisor, who has to tolerate people panicking, because if you remember at the beginning of COVID, the stock market went in the toilet for a while, understandably. So I played this guy who was getting calls from all of his clients, how is my money and that kind of thing. So we improvised some of it, which was a lot of fun. And it was just, it was exciting for me because I had never worked with him before. And he was, very warm and kind of like what Linda was saying. This is sort of an aside, but Meryl Streep, I remember reading Meryl Streep's, something she was asked about, what's the best part about being an actor? And she said that honestly, the best part is the people that you get to hang around with. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of feel that too. It's kind of like you being in the army with each other. You have this intense period. The work is emotional by nature, and you're with each other often long hours and stuff. So you get to be close. And if you're lucky, sometimes the relationships remain close. Sometimes you don't see each other for a long time, But it's very pleasurable that you get to know people, often that are worth knowing, and you get this kind of closeness to them. So that was kind of what would happen with him.
Barry also has this very, very dry sense of humor, where if you talk to him and he's very much a yes and. You can say anything to Barry and he will just go off. He's been doing some promotion for us, and he was on with Armed Forces Radio today, and he just started talking about the fact that he was afraid when he went in to do the interview that they were going to suddenly discover that he avoided the selective service when he was draft age. And I said, I would think the way you were dressing in Rocky Horror would have been enough to keep you out of the draft. He said, actually, I used that to stay out of the draft. If you think about him in his garter belts and panties and bra. And I said, and then we started talking about Klinger from MASH. And it was just so wickedly funny and just so off the cuff. And he's a great guy. His schedule is crazy, but he promised that he would come so that we can do one of these.